You're watching the Valley's fastest growing newscast. This is KMIR6 Today at 6.
Will the Coachella Fest run on schedule, or could this year's music festival be canceled? Plus, police are investigating the death of a woman found behind a desert market. We have the latest. And dozens of dogs are taken by animal control after an RV catches fire. Good morning. You're watching KMIR6 Today. I'm Johnny Atkinson. Christina Pascucci is not with us this morning. We have a lot of headlines for you today, but first let's take a live look outside on our general air conditioning camera. We've got clear skies today, but warm temperatures. It's time for an air condition. Temperatures today right around 100 degrees, 101 in Mecca, 101 in Thermal, 100 in La Quinta and Palm Desert, and then down to 99 degrees in Palm Springs. It will be a little cooler this weekend. Mike Chalinas will be with us in just a few minutes. He'll have details on what we can expect. Well, police are investigating the death of a woman whose body was found behind a market in Sky Valley. They're now ruling out foul play. Police were called out at about 10 o'clock yesterday morning to the Golden Lantern Market near Cork Hill and Dillon Roads. One passerby called police after finding the woman lying outside. Now, according to police, the coroner will conduct an autopsy and toxicology report to determine the cause of death, which is expected to be natural, suicide, or a drug overdose. The woman's name has not been released. And dozens of dogs have been seized by animal control after an RV caught fire in the East Valley. KMIR6's Adriana Weingold has more from Coachella.
Almost 40 dogs were being transported in this small motorhome when it caught fire. 4 animal control trucks, each filled with dogs from this RV.
I'm not sure if they were their animals, but they had them on stuff in that whole RV.
37 dogs in all, owners forced to give up most of them when their engine caught fire.
They're going to kill them all. They're going to kill them. They're going to kill them, and that really pisses me off. They're going to kill them. We were trying to save them, and they're going to kill them.
The owners say they inherited 16 of the dogs from a friend. They say they were just trying to do the right thing.
We live out in the desert, and the lady died, and she had like 16 dogs, and we've known her for a long time. She said, if anything ever happened to her, please take care of her dogs. Don't let them put them to sleep. And that's what we're trying to do.
The women say they tried to call animal shelters to surrender those 16 dogs.
We're actually looking for somewhere to take the animals, and we got the call here saying they were broke down, and we actually impounded about 30 animals from them.
Riverside County Animal Control says you're only allowed to have 4 licensed dogs at a time. Any more than that, and you need a kennel license.
It becomes a sanitary issue, a health issue, as well as a potential animal cruelty issue.
6 dogs were allowed to stay with the women. The rest were taken to the Coachella Valley Animal Campus. In Coachella, Adriana Weingold, KMIR6 News.
Thank you, Adriana. Well, visitors looking to enjoy a stay at the Ritz-Carlton in Rancho Mirage may have to wait just a bit longer. The owners have not gotten a loan to finish construction, and that's putting a financing agreement between the owners of the hotel and the city in jeopardy. The agreement says that the owners of the hotel must get a loan by the end of the month. The owners, Rancho California Investments, are asking the city for a 4-month extension to secure that loan.
We need a hotel there as quickly as we can because while there is no project up there, no hotel operating, we are losing approximately $1.5 million a year.
Well, the City Council is expected to approve that extension on Thursday. Well, Dink's Restaurant and Lounge closed last month in Palm Springs, but now a familiar restaurant is moving into that space, and they'll need to hire dozens of employees. Bananas Tropical Grill and Bananas After Dark is hiring for its new location on North Palm Canyon Drive. Servers, security guards, cooks, and bartenders are some of the 60 jobs that need to be filled. Bananas will serve sushi, Caribbean, and tropical food with a flair. It will also feature a nightclub with dancing.
Applied for the kitchen staff. I'm a recent culinary school graduate, looking for a nice place to start my career, and it looked like a good place to start, nice, right in the center of the Palm Springs area. Looks like it's going to be a nice busy place.
Continues all week long. The restaurant plans on opening for business in early November, just in time to celebrate the restaurant's 18th year anniversary. Well, looking forward to the 2012 Coachella Fest weekend next year. You might have to sit tight because Coachella might not get the permits. The popular music festival brings in music fans from around the country and has recently expanded festivities to 2 weekends. This year's Coachella Fest could be denied as the city of La Quinta is asking the Indio City Council to postpone their decision on next year's Coachella Fest. The city of Indio has not approved permits or signed contracts as the local residents have complained about the loud music and traffic. The La Quinta City Council will meet today at 4 o'clock to discuss the future of Coachella Fest. President Obama's big black bus continues to roll through North Carolina and Virginia today. The president's touting his jobs plan, but Republicans accuse him of campaigning with your money. We get the latest now from NBC's Tracy Potts in Washington.
President Obama visits a community college in North Carolina and a Virginia high school today.
Pass this bill. We need to pass this bill.
He's pitching $35 billion to save nearly 300,000 jobs. Teachers, police, firefighters, first responders. Part of his bigger jobs bill, the Senate rejected.
We're going to break up my jobs bill. Maybe they just couldn't understand the whole thing all at once.
Republicans are livid about this campaign-style tour.
He's traveling around on a Canadian bus touting American jobs. Is that appropriate on the taxpayer's dime, since it is clearly campaigning?
If we're not playing politics, if we're not focused on the election 13 months from now, but we're focused on what can help the economy right now.
Analysts say it's no coincidence the president's traveling through two battleground states.
His real challenge, though, is winning back those moderate swing voters in North Carolina and Virginia.
But will this tour through the South make a difference in Washington?
This thing boils down to a handful of people making a decision behind closed doors, which has nothing to do with the masses of folks out there that you're in front of at the moment.
Tracy Potts, NBC News, Washington.
Thank you, Tracy. 6:06 is our time. Let's get a check of the weather. Meteorologist Mike Chelina has joined us now with a lifestyle weather forecast. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, guys. A little warmer than yesterday at this juncture. Yesterday got all the way up to 102. Today we start, I think, a fairly significant slide, though, with temperatures. We start off with numbers in the mid-70s in the valley and as cool as 63 in Pinion. But today, instead of 102, we should slide down to 99. I'll show you why in a second. Lots of sunshine, not a whole lot of wind today. 95 degrees by the noon hour. What's shaking out there is that we're starting to lose the influence of high pressure. Low pressure's coming in off the coast. Won't be here for another couple of days, really. But the bottom line is we see a cooler flow starting to assert itself here in the southern portions of the state. So here's a look at your 7-day. We'll stay sunny throughout. I mean, I would think like 95, something like that for tomorrow for the afternoon high. Nice cool overnight low coming up, 67 for tomorrow morning. And the 94 for Thursday, and the 92 for Friday. And then we're back up, kind of ping-ponging around the mid-90s and back down to 90 by Monday. Normal high for this time of the year is going to settle in the upper range of the 80s. So we're doing pretty good. Above normal temperatures, but cooling off nicely. A little break on the AC. That's a look at your Tuesday forecast. Have yourself a wonderful and safe Tuesday. I'm meteorologist Mike Chilinas.
Thank you, Mike. Well, the family of a missing Kansas City, Missouri baby has now hired a prominent lawyer from New York City. Lisa Irwin, now 11 months old, was last seen earlier this month. Lisa's mother says she was drunk the night the baby disappeared, and she's afraid she will be arrested. She's also afraid that if that happens, police will stop trying to find her daughter.
The focus on this case, we shouldn't forget, is on finding Lisa. We're optimistic that she's still out there and still alive. I'm here representing Deborah and Jeremy at this point, and I'm going to be doing so hopefully just in this process, in the investigative process.
The FBI searched a creek near the family's home on Monday, as well as one of the neighbors' homes. Well, Interstate 10 was closed overnight and reopened this morning at about 5 o'clock as the crews are working to take down the old overcross. Now, I-10 at Date Palm Drive has been closed in both directions overnight as the old Date Palm Bridge overcrossing is being demolished. On and off ramps divert traffic off of the freeway and then back onto the freeway. Delays lasted up to a half hour last night. The freeway will also be closed again tonight at the same spot. The work is part of the I-10 Corridor Improvement Project. Well, an off-road car racing champion was killed along with 2 others in a plane crash Sunday in San Bernardino County. Rick Huseman and his brother Jeff, along with another man, died when their Beach Bonanza airplane crashed in Barstow. The trio was flying from Vegas to Corona when the pilot called for emergency. The cause of this crash is under investigation. Huseman was a member of Toyota's off-road racing program. He won the 2010 Lucas Oil Off-Road Racing Series Pro 4 Championship. And another $1 million drug bust over the weekend just outside of the Coachella Valley. This bust happened Saturday morning at the Highway 86 checkpoint near Westmoreland. Drug-sniffing canines alerted Border Patrol agents to a Chevy pickup truck. Authorities scanned the vehicle and found 17 sealed packages of cocaine hidden in an area behind the back seat. The cocaine weighed over 34 pounds and has an estimated street value of $1.1 million. The driver, a 37-year-old woman from Mexico with a valid immigration document, was turned over to the DEA for prosecution. And if you've filled up your gas tank, you may have noticed the gas prices are on the rise. AAA says gas prices here in Riverside County have jumped 6 cents per gallon in just the last week. The national average for a gallon of unleaded gasoline also is up about 6 cents. Experts say that prices are likely to keep on rising due to volatility in the market. Wholesale gasoline prices are now at their highest since early September, when the national average was $3.66 a gallon. And Walmart hopes that its Christmas layaway option will make Santa's list a little longer. The payment plan is starting this week. Walmart says people buying toys and electronics can choose to pay for the items between now and mid-December. There are some restrictions. It is not an option on Black Friday, the busy shopping day after Thanksgiving. And you may have felt some shaking yesterday in Southern California. The U.S. Geological Survey says 3 quakes hit the region. The first was a magnitude 3.1 quake in the morning near Julian. Then around 1 o'clock, a magnitude 4 quake rocked the high desert 0.8 miles west-southwest of Ludlow. And a magnitude 3.6 quake hit that same area about an hour later at 2 o'clock. No reports of any damage or injuries. And finally,